Good morning, Hornets, and welcome to your daily dose of Bgsn. I'm Bree.
And I'm Emily. Today we will be taking a look at teacher pet peeves, band information, and as always, sports.
But first, here's Posse with this weekend's weather forecast.
Hello, Hornets. Your weather is looking gloomy. The high for the day is 77 and the low is 62. It is raining off and on all day, so bring your coats to the game. Also, be careful if you're leaving for lunch because there's a flash flood warning. Tomorrow, the high is 66 and the low is 58 with a 100% chance of rain. Finally, on Sunday, there will be a high of 69 and a low of 58 with, again, a 100% chance of rain. Make sure you wear your coats this weekend. That's all for the weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
The Marching Hornets have been practicing hard to prep for their first show this Saturday. Jaden Petty went out to get more information.
The Beech Grove Marching Hornets have been working really hard to get to their first show. I talked to sophomore Logan Summit about how he feels about play out.
So Logan, how do you feel about the first show this year?
I feel really good about it. We've been working really hard this season, and I'm just really excited for our first show this year.
I then also asked Logan what he thinks we can do to improve for this season.
We definitely have been working on rehearsal etiquette, so if we keep that going, that's going to work really well so we can get more stuff done this year.
Thank you.
This has been Jaden Petty for Beech Grove Student News. Back to you guys at the desk.
Tiana went out and asked teachers what their biggest pet peeves are. Let's take a look at what she got.
My biggest pet peeve is when students walk in here and ask me if I'm the librarian.
Alright, one of my biggest pet peeves is when I'm up here lecturing and students aren't paying attention or they're on their phones.
So I would say that my biggest pet peeve is probably when students are on their cell phone right when I'm talking to them.
Okay. My biggest pet peeve, I believe, would be when you explain something in depth to a class and then about 2 seconds later students ask you, "Now what are we doing?"
I think one of my biggest pet peeves is giving them a pass and they not go to where they're supposed to go. That's my biggest one.
Okay, I think my biggest pet peeve is probably packing up early. I always try and watch the clock and give students enough time to pack up, so when they pack up like 10 minutes early, that's 10 minutes we could be using for class time.
My biggest pet peeve is rude behavior, impolite behavior. That includes not paying attention, being on your phone, not greeting me when I say good morning to you. I want everybody to be polite and nice.
Attention class of 2019, a standardized test is coming up in less than 1 month. Here's Austin with more information.
Seniors, the date to take the ACT is approaching quickly, and it will be administered to all seniors on October 2nd, which is less than 1 month away. On Tuesday, September 4th, Mr. Carr sent out an email to the class of 2019 with a link to see some extra information about this year's ACT. If you follow the link, you will find access to information for paper and online testing, as well as tips on how to prepare for the exam in both English and Spanish. These PDF documents include various things such as a practice ACT test, information about multiple choice and written tests, test-taking strategies, and what to expect on test day. If you're worried about the test and begin to stress out over all of the things that you believe that you'll need to know, look over the practice test, or if you have a question about the test, these documents will most likely have some advice or an answer for you. On the day of the test, every senior should report to the main gym no later than 8:15. However, student sign-in will begin around 7:50. Best of luck on the ACT to all seniors. Make sure to do your best. From Beech Grove High School, I'm Austin McGuire for Beech Grove Student News.
Here at Beech Grove High School, we have many unique teachers. Garrett was able to go out and talk to one of them.
Here at Beech Grove High School, we have a teacher named Mr. Bush. Mr. Bush has been here for a whopping 8 years, and he hopes to continue to stay. I was able to talk with him about his Beech Grove career.
Well, I started teaching freshmen, and I was in the freshman team, and I taught Algebra 1 and Algebra 2 mostly, and some Play-Doh lab classes. But I've taught geometry here as well, and I now teach pre-calculus, calculus, and I teach a drama class. Ooh, hard question. I think my favorite class to teach is probably pre-cal, especially the trig semester of it. I just really enjoy trig. Yeah, I am the director for the drama club, and we do about 2 shows a year. Sometimes we do little performances here and there, but that takes up the majority of my time.
Mr. Bush was able to tell me that he did do drama when he was in high school, and he was able to get a scholarship for college. This must be where he got his passion to do it now as a teacher. Mr. Bush has been great during this interview, and he's been able to tell me more things I didn't know, and I'll be able to tell you guys. From the TV studio, I'm Garrett for Bgsn.
We want to divide by our B value, and so that's going to give us new numbers. Then whatever this is, you always want to do the opposite of that. So
Now let's throw it over to my good buddy John for sports.
Good morning, students, and welcome back to sports. Last night, the girls volleyball team traveled to Decatur Central High School to compete, including varsity battling for another win after Wednesday's victory over Monrovia. The girls were determined the whole time and ended up getting the win. Junior varsity also played in sync as the whole team did well, which led to a victory. Good job to both teams. Fridays at the Hive means it's time for football. The boys varsity team will stay home tonight and host Cecina Memorial in a long-run football rivalry. The boys have had little competition early on in the season, but those things should change tonight against this tough Cecina team. Kai and Tyler will be back in attendance as well, which should give our offense a major boost. Jordan Rule will be starting at quarterback as expected. Although the team looks prepared in the high school football game predictions, they have Beech Grove losing 28 to 34. Kai and Tyler says that this only adds fuel to his fire. Hopefully this is true for the whole team and they can give a strong performance. Show up and support the boys at 7 p.m. The theme is Beech Grove All Out, so wear your black and orange. The boys tennis team started their fall season. Malachi talked to senior Levi Miller on leadership and his goals.
The boys varsity tennis team has begun the 2018 fall season. The team has many goals and has worked hard during practice and the offseason to be prepared. I asked senior leader Levi Miller about his tasking.
Well, we have a pretty small team this year, but we definitely have some younger kids coming up that are going to make our team pretty good. We're looking to do pretty good in sectionals and conference that's coming up this next week.
Miller is a senior and it is his last year on the team. He then tells me who has helped him most along his journey in tennis. Levi looks to try hardest in his final matches. Good luck to him. How have you been preparing for the road ahead? I see you outside practicing every day.
Well, Coach Carter and Cap have wanted us to practice every day so we can get better and try to progress the season along a little bit better.
The boys have had trouble in the season early on, but nonetheless have great abilities and talented, led by Coach Carter. Good luck to the guys on their upcoming matches. I'm Malachi McGuire for Beech Grove Student.
That's all for sports today, everyone. Back to you guys at the desk.
That's all for your daily dose of BGSN 10. I'm Bree.
Also, don't forget to pick up your supplements from tonight's game. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon to get notified when we go live. I'm Emily. Have an amazing homecoming weekend, Hornets.